Hey guys, hey, how you guys are doing? Is you guys are doing? Cause I'm not. I just depressed for absolutely no fucking reason. It comes when it wants to, and it goes when it wants to. Um, One of my favorite lines from Les Mis is, "Darkness comes without a warning." Just what it feels like it. Um, my agoraphobia is so bad. I've needed to go up to the doctor's, which isn't even a mile from my house. I've needed to go up there for a blood test for 2 weeks now, and I haven't been able to do it. Just being honest. I can't. And, I make excuses in my head, it's too hot. I mean, it is hot outside, but I could go early in the morning. I could just walk up there when they open at 8. But I can't do it. I just can't. And, Evelyn just doesn't understand. She's like, "Oh, it's just up the road. You've done it before. You're able to do it. You should be able to do it. Why aren't you doing it? You can do it. I know you can do it." And that doesn't help me. Because if you've never had agoraphobia, you don't know how it feels. And, not wanting to go into stores by myself, that's a miserable feeling. Because that's how I felt when I was at my heaviest. Is that I don't want to go into stores without somebody there. I don't want to be by myself. I don't like being by myself right now. I don't like it. And like I said before, I've been looking into all of the transportation stuff here on base, and there's nothing. There's nothing for me to do. And they have chemical problems with the pool, so I was like, oh, well, maybe I'll go swimming during the day during lap time. And now they have problems with the pool, so we can't do that right now. Well, I can't do that right now. And I was like, if I go swimming, I love to go swimming. Swimming's a great outlet for me. I enjoy it. I don't particularly want to swim with a bunch of kids, but, what can you do? But there's something wrong with the pool. So I can't do that right now. But that also requires me leaving my house by myself. So, I don't know if I talked about this in my last video, but I'm not used to being alone. I've always had roommates. I've only lived by myself twice without a roommate. And my roommates rarely ever worked, or if they did work, they worked from home, or they worked right up the road. And so usually I would pick a roommate that would be working while I'm asleep. Or, I would always have somebody in the house. I have a very hard time being alone. And it's not boredom, it's when it's quiet and when I don't have somebody to talk to or to go and do stuff with or just take my mind off of it. My mind holds me hostage, and it's cruel to me. Lately, it's been a struggle because the dogs wake up 3 or 4 times at night right now, and Evelyn doesn't get up. So that means that I have to, because she's dead asleep. There's no way she can even possibly get up. She is dead to the world. So that means, I have hearing that picks up on the smallest noise of the dogs. And so they flap their ears, or they're moving around, or, they make even one slight noise, and, what's the matter? What is it? And then so I'm not sleeping very much. I'm out of breath just talking. I go to the gym consistently. That is one thing. I go. Evelyn has been kind enough lately to go with me, because she's got a PT test that she's got to do. And, hopefully afterwards we'll be able to get back to doing what I was doing, which was the power building. My arm is just annoying because it's so weak. So if you want to see my scar's looking a little better, but that one's not so much. But this one looks a little better today than it has in a while. And so I'm still able to do all the exercises and stuff that they've asked me to do. I see them on the 18th to be cleared to lift weights, or to not lift weights. It's whatever the doctor thinks. I may have a keloid built up underneath my scar that might need to be removed. I'm not sure. Like I said, I have blood tests to do, and I can't manage to get up to the doctors to get it done. And I need to, because I also need to pick up my prescription for, hold on, somebody message me, I gotta move that. Because it was right in the middle of the screen. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, so I also have to pick up my prescription for my pain meds. So if I don't go up there and get those, I can't go pick up my pain medication. So it's a conundrum for me. I'm like, how badly do I want to not be in pain? Well, it's a different kind of pain. It is a mental issue with me of just being like, I don't want to go. So they told me that they got my pain meds in. Okay, my caseworker called me. She's like, hey, Nirvana, guess what? I got great news. And I'm like, oh, tell me all about it. And she's like, they're getting a shipment in today, and they've gotten your pain medicine, so you won't have to go down to regional. So I call them, and I ask, and I'm like, so you guys got my medicine in? I'd like to go ahead and get that sorted, whatever. And the guy on the phone goes, oh, no, we didn't get it. We're having problems getting that in. And I'm like, but somebody said that it was supposed to come in today. Well, our supplier has a really hard time just trying to get that medication. And I'm like, okay, well, how come you guys can't specialty order it when you can order every other medication? Well, I don't know, but you can go get it from regional. So that means that I have to go up there, I have to pick up the paper version. And I know some people are going to be like, well, that doesn't sound too bad. I ain't you. Okay? You don't know how judgy this other fucking place happens to be. And every time I go there to fill my medication, they make me feel like shit. So I don't want to go. Because, the first 2 times that I went there, they had fucked up the prescription. And so they've had to make fucking phone calls and trying to get TRICARE to pay for it, and I still have a copay on it, and it's just whatever. But the bullshit of it is they make me feel like absolute shit every time I go in there for it. And so it makes me not want to go in. And so it makes me not want to take my medication, so I have it longer. And so I'm in pain more often. And I know that's the most ridiculous thing. And if somebody else told me that, I'd be like, what the fuck is wrong with you? I would go in there for them if I could. I'm that kind of person. I'd be like, you know what? If people are being mean to you, I'll go with you. I'll make sure that you don't feel that way. But I don't have that. And as lovely as Evelyn is, She's busy. And that's just not her expertise. Like, she doesn't do stuff like that. So, she doesn't like to go in the grocery store. She doesn't like to go shopping. She doesn't like to go in to do things. So, it's usually me on my own. And that's hard for me. Because I'm struggling right now more than I'd like to be. God dang it, man. He keeps messaging me. So my weight is the same. Not gaining, not losing. I'm here. And I know that, I really want to make videos. I want to talk, but what the fuck about? Like, what do you guys want me to talk about? Like, I've I'm depressed. I'm depressed, and I don't know why I'm depressed. I'm depressed, and I'm sad, and I'm anxious, and I'm paranoid, and I'm miserable, and I still hate it here, and, like, I can't find a reason to like it. And I don't know if this medication is just making me fucking miserable. Like, Evelyn's like, oh no, Vraylar's just great. Like,
I didn't say it's just great.
You haven't made a complaint about it either.
I said it helps you. It doesn't mean it fixes anything, but it helps you.
She says it helps. I don't feel like this is helping me. I don't feel like I should feel this way on something that's supposed to make me not feel this way. Like, I feel like it has sucked every ounce of happiness from me. Like, I don't feel like I laugh much anymore. I don't feel like I have a good time. I don't feel like I have any energy. I feel like shit. And, like, I don't, I just went and saw my psychiatrist. Okay, so, I told you that he put me back on the anxiety medication that, I was on before, the same amount. But I don't really know if Vraylar is the medication for me. There's another one called Latuda that a lot of people seem to be having a really good, how can I put it? Seem to be having a lot of positive results with it, with bipolar. But there are sexual side effects. And, though I don't particularly want those side effects, but what if I took it and it made me happy? What if I could get happy? Would that be worth it? I mean, in the long run, because I can't get happy on this one. Or at least I don't feel like I can. I feel like I am just empty. Like, I'm here, but I'm not. Like, I go to make videos and then I delete them. I don't enjoy my workouts. I don't enjoy what I'm eating. I don't enjoy cooking. I don't enjoy watching. Like, I have House for free right now on Prime. I'm not even enjoying that. Like, I love musicals. Not interested. I don't sing like I used to. Like, I don't do anything like I used to. I don't feel like myself. And, like, I feel like this medication just makes me gray and numb and just sad because I can't get happy on it. I just don't feel like who I am. I don't feel like this is who I am, and I've been on this since February. And, like, I'm just not having it. So I don't know what to do. Maybe you guys can help me think of what to do. Because I can't possibly see myself living like this and having a life that is just mediocre. And I did not lose all this weight to gain it back, and I did not lose all this weight to just sit here and not want to do anything. Like, I used to just get up and go. Like, I'd put my clothes on, I'd be excited. Like, shit, she couldn't even keep me in the house. I would tell her, well, okay, well, you're not going anywhere today. I'm going to go to the gym. And I'd put my damn stuff on, and I'd be like, come pick me up at 9 o'clock. Or whatever time it was. I don't even want to do that. I don't want to do it. And if there's anybody in the fucking gym, I don't want to work out. And if there's anywhere even near me in the gym, I don't want to work out. Like, there's too many cars. There's too many people in this gym. I don't want to do it. That's not me. I got over that. I don't want to go back to that. Like, it's gone to the point to where I like look at those electric chairs and I'm like, well, you know, I'm tired and I don't feel good. Maybe it's okay for me to sit in the electric chair. The fucking jeez. No. Like, no. This is not who I am. This is not who I want to be. Like, this is not. There's something not right with me, and I don't know how to fix it, but it's been since I got here, and it is not Evelyn's fault. And, like, I keep getting questions with, you know, well, maybe if you were working, or maybe, let me just address them, because this will make things easier in the comments section down below. So, number one, I can't, so don't even ask. So, I've paid off my school loans, I can't. So, there's no possible way that's happening, or they'll make me pay back my school loans, and that's more money than I would make. So there. Number two, we're not getting a divorce. There's nothing wrong with my fucking marriage. Absolutely nothing wrong with my marriage. I have a wonderful fucking marriage, and I love her more than anything in the whole wide world. So her being a transgender person has nothing to fucking do with it. We still have a fantastic time, and I still love her, and she still loves me, and we have a good time. I'm just not fucking happy, and it has nothing to do with her. Like, I just hate this. You know, and people were like, well, you need more hobbies, and I'm like, there's nothing to do here. There's nothing for me to do. Like, what people have to do here have to do with children, and I don't have any. So, and I'm not going to have any. So that's kind of out of the question. That's not going to help me. So people are like, oh, you should volunteer. Where? Here on base shall I volunteer? Because there's nothing to do. And I even called up to the boneyard, which is you can volunteer at the thrift store. They're full. They don't need anybody. There's no shelter here. There's a shelter in town, but unfortunately I can't get there because it's 20 miles away. And the one person I met here, her husband died, unfortunately, very suddenly, and now she's having to work, and there's a lot of stuff going on there, so I don't get to see her either. And then my friend Carrie, she's got a lot of health problems, and she doesn't even live in the area. So, unfortunately, it's not like she could just come on over whenever she feels like it. Unfortunately, I wish she could. And, you know, I'm just not talking to people like I want to. I just don't have it in me right now. Like, I feel like a burden. I feel like my problems are stupid. I feel boring. I don't feel like I have anything smart to say. Like, even my love for research is gone. Like, that's all I ever loved to do. I love to read, and I love to research stuff, and I love to look at other things and to know stuff, and I have no fucking interest whatsoever of looking up anything. I don't know. All I know is that I appreciate the ones of you who are just sticking around to see if I can get better, because I don't know when I can or even how. I appreciate you being here and spending time with me when I do make a video, because sometimes I just can't manage it right now because I can't stand the sound of my own fucking voice. Something's gotta change. Something's gotta give. And I think it's gonna have to be the Vraylar. Because that's the only thing that's changed since I moved here. Is I started taking that. There's got to be something else I can try that doesn't make me feel like this. So I will be giving him a call and seeing what he thinks, because I don't want to go to therapy. And when I go to therapy, I don't want to talk about anything. Like, I don't want to deal with anything. I don't even want to talk to her. Like, that's just not me. I don't feel like me. I don't feel passionate. I don't feel excited. I just don't feel anything besides sadness, and then that's about it. And then, like, I start to get, like, a weird happiness, and then it's just like, well, that's gone. And if this is what's normal for people, I'm sorry. Then it's just not for me. Then I don't want to be normal. I hate this. I'd rather have my ups and fucking downs, because Jesus, this is awful. It's just awful. So if nobody's told you today that they love you, I'll do it. I love you and I appreciate you. And if nobody told you today it's okay not to be okay, I promise you it definitely is. And if you don't feel like yourself, well, by God, it's alright. Some of us don't. And don't feel bad for being emotional, and don't feel bad for crying, and don't feel bad about being who you are. And if something is wrong, and even if nobody else sees it, and you feel like something's wrong, then it's okay to do something about it, even if nobody else understands. And if nobody's told you today that you are kind and compassionate and you are needed, well, you are. I know you are, because you're here. And if nobody's told you today that you would be missed, I would miss you. I would miss you if you weren't here. So I love your beautiful, gorgeous, amazing faces. I'm sorry this video couldn't be any better than this. And I will talk to you very, very, very soon. So I do hope you're having a wonderful day, no matter where the hell in the world you happen to be. And I will talk to you soon. Bye.